your eardrum. Turn your volume down next time. Love ya. Just kidding. What's up? Today is Tuesday, January 7th, 2025. Dude, I've said the date almost every single day. Ever. Well, not ever. That's stupid. I've said the date, I'm pretty sure, every single day last year. Out loud. And you'd think that with that repetition and being in the know of what day it is pretty consistently, that I would just know what day it is. Still have no idea. But that's neither here nor there. What does that saying even mean? That's neither here nor there. Where is anything relative to the other, you know? Okay, whatever. So it's episode 446. I was kind of tricked myself accidentally because I wrote yesterday that it was episode 455, not 445. And when I was looking for the file, I just couldn't find it. Shit was just not where it should be. I kept on typing 445 and I was like, where the fuck is it, dude? But we're good now. So it's 446 today. I haven't said shit for a minute straight. Awesome. So with yesterday's episode not recording a good chunk of what I was talking about, I don't really remember what I talked about that was uploaded. I don't know which topics you guys have heard because there was a good 20-minute chunk that just was not covered. I also recorded 10 minutes last night that I wanted to put onto today's show, but it just, as I kept talking, I'm like, I'm really distracted. My thoughts are not really connected. They're all sporadic. This isn't, so there's about 30 minutes of me talking that I don't know what I said, so I don't know. Are they crossing the fucking street? What are they doing, bro? Don't just, dude. Guys, the crosswalk, turned the button on, but then just stood there. Anyway, so I don't know what I talked about, or I know what I talked about. I don't know what was uploaded, though. I don't really listen to my own shows. So, anyway, we'll just pretend like I haven't said shit. So, if I repeat myself, then I repeat myself. So, today was awesome. And the reason for that is because I was able to spend a good chunk of, I say a good chunk, it was about 2 hours, just working on shit for the program to better my program and also to better my mentor's program, because everything that I do for him and his program, I can use and implement into my own. Because if I'm creating it, first of all, I feel like that's, I don't know what the right terminology is, but that's my creation, my property. And so even though I am trying to make someone else's program better, I'm going to use it for myself. It's my idea. So I don't, and there's no monetary value here. It's just a system. It's a Word doc. It's a process. It's a idea. And so, I don't feel bad about that whatsoever. It's not like I'm creating a certain prototype of a product and then being like, well, I'm going to use that exact same thing over here, but just changing color. So I don't feel like that's the case at all. So I don't feel like I need to justify it because I feel fine about it. But anyway, so I was working on a shitload of onboarding process stuff, when things should be done, what the coach needs to do, what the client needs to do, by which date, for what reason. I think I've got 5 in-depth ideas that I wrote down that I want to share with Mina. He's my mentor. I'm going to call him my mentor. I wouldn't call him my coach. He's not my coach. I wouldn't call him my boss either. However, I am working on his business. I wouldn't even call him a partner. A mentor, because he's helping me with so much shit, and it's been awesome. So, been working on a lot of different things, sharing ideas, and just exploring the projects that he has laid out for me to work on. And that was in yesterday's call. So 4:45, we had a call, pretty sure. Was that yesterday? Why do I think it was a different day? So that was yesterday. And so the beginning of yesterday's show was actually after the call, before the call is heard on that specific episode, if that makes sense. So yesterday, when you start the episode, you're going to hear me talking about shit on the show after I have recorded, after the phone call. The phone call comes after what I was talking about. So it's kind of backwards. but it's just how I put it in there. I just had more shit to say that I didn't want to add on to another episode, so I just put it in the front of that one. So whatever. So with that, also I just realized my AC was on, so I'm sorry if that was super shitty quality. But yeah, so I was just working on shit all day today, and what's cool is I told him that I would give him about 2 hours per day ish, you know, not every single day, but like the average per week would be 2 hours a day ish, you know, so maybe it's 4 for 3 days, or maybe it's 5 for 2 days, whatever it is, you know. And it's just great, man, because today I was cruising so hard. I was just writing away, and it felt so good to just to put all these things and ideas in my head into play, because it's a different feeling when I know that they're going to be used, actually, when I know it. So like I'm making a process and a guide and all this stuff and just a whole system and everything, and to know that this is going to be of use for somebody else and also myself, because if I write this whole thing, he starts using it, implementing it, or whatever we're working on, there's proof of concept that what I'm talking about is fucking awesome and it works, so then I can use that for my own, which I fully plan to. A lot of the stuff I'm actually writing and coming up with, I'm like, I'm almost making 2 documents, one with his terminology, one with my own terminology and the specifics to my program. For example, my primary focus is helping skinny guys build muscle, and I would use that terminology, and I would also include more things for muscle building as opposed to someone who helps the general client lose weight, gain weight, boy or girl, doesn't matter the age. And yeah, so it's really cool, man. I'm just very excited. We've been going back and forth all day, just shooting ideas back and forth, and I've been able to ask him questions. And just for documentation purposes, a question that I asked today was, hey man, I know you have about 120 clients, I know you're messaging people, I know people are in your DMs, how do you restrict yourself or set boundaries for yourself to not respond immediately to every single person who messages you? Because if you did that, I imagine you would never get anything done, because you would always be on your phone responding to a message from somebody, client or non-client. It would just be, and I'm making the wrong turn right now. Son of a biatch. Making the wrong turn. Flip a Yui time. How could I make a wrong turn, dude? I've never made a wrong turn ever over here. Interesting. Because I'm recording a show? Well, anyway. So we were shooting ideas back and forth. I'm asking questions. The question I asked him today was what I just said. And he said, yeah, man, I used to do the same thing. I used to have the same idea, because I was like, I want to respond to my clients immediately. I want them to know that I got their back, that I'm here to help them. But if I were to just drop everything and respond immediately, I just, you know, it'd be hell. And I was like, yeah, because I don't even have 1% of the clients that you have. I guess I do have 1%. And even handling that with messaging a shit ton of people on Facebook or something, for example, I just don't ever want to message anybody. And that's not good, dude, because that's how I get leads. That's how I get people on the phone. That's how I get people, or I guess talk to people, obviously, but to get them into the program, which is what provides the income, which is what will get me to what I want to achieve in life. And it starts with me being able to remain disciplined to respond to people in a timely manner and not leave anybody on red or ghosted or whatever. Because I have a horrible habit of, when somebody sends me a message, I read the preview, make assumptions about what the rest of the message might be, and then decide right there if I want to respond right now or later. And then I go to respond later, or I'll say I'll respond later, and guess what? Never happens. I never respond. And that goes with family, that goes with friends. I'm so bad at it. And when I say I'm so bad at it, I don't think that's true. I think it's just like a lack of care. Like I just don't care enough, and I need to crank that level of care up quite a bit if I want to see any success in what I'm doing. So I just asked him that question and how he managed that, how he took care of that. And it's cool, man, because I'm talking to a guy who's been there, done that, who, I don't know, I just feel like I got the luck of the draw here. I don't see this as any kind of job or chore or anything, because I'm getting paid to learn from somebody who's been there, done that, almost directly, very directly. Because if you listen on the call yesterday, he says, or he suggests, or thinks, or theorizes, whatever, that Brian, our mentor, the host of the entire mastermind, doesn't give all the keys away to the kingdom all at once. And I think that's for good reason. I also don't like the idea behind that, but I understand that it's a business, and I also understand if you are, for example, if there was no uncertainty in anything and you knew that if you invested $1 million that you would make $10 million back in the next 2 years, would you invest $1 million? And it's like, well, 100% I would. And that's just kind of how it rolls. Rather than being like, oh, just give me all the keys, I'm paying you. It's like, yeah, but you will make however much ROI. Therefore, I'm charging this, take it or leave it. And because it's not out of pocket, meaning not out of pocket financially, but like because it's not so random or crazy, it's like, yeah, this makes sense for me to do, because if I want to get to that next level, I have to be willing to invest in myself, bet on myself, and put my money where my mouth is. Because, that's something that I've actually seen to be true in so much in my life personally. There's that saying or that phrase, whatever, I don't know who said it, but those who pay attention, and those who pay have skin in the game. If everything's free, they have nothing to lose, so why try? All that stuff. And that's so true, but to somebody who thinks that you just want money, they don't even consider that to be an option, or to be realistic, or to be something that they would even think about, like, oh, he just wants me to give him money. It's like, well, I need to make an income, so I do need you to invest in my program. However, you are much more inclined to commit and to take the shit serious if you have skin in the game, meaning if you invest your money into a program and then don't do anything for it. What the hell is going on? Holy shit, dude. This person just slowed... Dude, this person just slowed down at a green light, stopped, realized that it was green, then floored it, then it turned yellow, so they slammed on their brake, and now we're stopped. And, man, dude. Anyway, maybe we're about to have something bad happen to us and we stopped, and thank goodness that we stopped. So, I don't know, there's always some good that comes out of bad. I'm not in a rush. I don't need to be home right now. I just want to be home. Reframe the shit. No need for negativity. It's fine. He's just not paying attention. It's all good. Maybe he's dealing with some shit. Maybe he's recording a podcast in his car. All right, now it's green. Let's go. Okay, so that's kind of how everything is. That's how everything's going. That's how everything's going. You guys hear that guy honking? Don't fucking honk, bro. I'll honk too. So that's how everything's going. I'm pretty hyped to be a part of everything. That's what I was talking about. So to not have all the keys of the kingdom and not to be given everything all at once, that's one thing. But, to have this one-on-one coach, mentor, whatever you want to call him, also paying me. Like, think about it like this. So I pay $500 a month to be part of this mastermind, to learn from everybody. I get $1,000 a month to help this guy with his program. So it's like I'm getting paid net profit $500 to, one, be in the program with everybody surrounded by all these fucking winners, and also to have one-on-one support, and also work on my own program and shit. That's just fucking crazy when you think about it like that. This is just, if you want to take it all the way back, I'm in this position because I was willing to bet on myself, because I believed in myself, because I put so much weight on the fact and the idea that it would be just so unreasonable that I wouldn't see any kind of success if I would just put the work in and stay consistent. I just valued, dude, I don't know what else to say. I believed in myself, in my abilities, in my attitude, my perspective so hard, and that's why I'm here today. And how did I get to a point to believe in myself that hard? It was because I forced myself to do things that were difficult and that I thought were very hard, things that I thought were stupid. I forced myself to commit to things for a very long period of time. And doing so gave me a whole fucking stack of proof of things that I can do and things that I have accomplished, so that I have a reference point in the future of, if things are hard, oh, well, I already did this. I did this for this amount of time. I did this for this amount of time. I came out on top here. As a result, I did this. So, hell yeah, I made it. Here I am, blah, blah, blah. So in Alex Hormozi's words, you build an undeniable stack of proof that you are who you say you are by outworking your self-doubt. And I know it's a little bit different, but yeah, that's the general idea. So you don't build confidence by shouting affirmations in the mirror, but by building a stack of undeniable proof that you are who you say you are. Outwork your self-doubt. Dude, what a very intelligent human being. And so what's really cool, side note real quick, probably a side tangent and probably won't get back to what I was saying for another half hour. But what I think is really cool or really interesting or very valuable, whatever, is when someone out there, an influencer or a public figure or whatever, says something, and then you go through the gauntlet yourself, whatever that looks like for you, and you find out that what they said is actually true for you as well, I think that increases the likelihood and the trust and the weight that we put onto a figure or someone, an influencer or whatever, and that makes it easier to believe that other things that they're saying actually hold some merit to them. Meaning, there's been a dozen things that Alex Hormozi has said. I mean, a couple of them I've thought and said myself before I came across him saying it. Now it's not word for word, it's just the idea. And I'm like, holy shit, dude, his line of thinking, his thought process, the way he goes about shit is in a very similar way to how I'm going about it now. I'm also adopting things that other people will say or suggest. And as a result, that's also giving me the results that I'm looking for. And so now I have even more proof for different things in my life that I'm working for. So it's just reassurance. It's proof of concept. It's all this shit all packaged in one thing. And it is fucking awesome. And yeah, guys, I'm just very grateful, very excited. There's a lot of cool things coming my way. The amount of work, the workload that I have now just increased by 12 hours per week, kind of. And I have more accountability. I've got more things going on. And, I actually want to share some shit. And this is kind of a lesson, because there's like some wisdom shit that I want to share. And maybe it was my grandpa, man. I don't know who it was, but maybe it was my mom. I think it was my mom. But when I was younger, when something would happen in my life, it was a good thing for school or whatever, it was like, it's just an opportunity, take advantage of the opportunities. And I never understood what the fuck that meant, because I'm like, oh, there's an opportunity to go, I don't know, paint garbage cans or something like that. I'm making this up. Like, why the fuck would I want to go about it? Why would I no, I'm not even interested in painting. I don't want to paint a garbage can, that's gross. But it's not about that, dude. I don't know what they were thinking, but for me now, being where I'm at now, it was never about the paint or the garbage cans or anything. It's about the service for one, but what you learn in the process, who you might meet, who you might inspire, who might recognize you and say, holy shit, this guy does a great job. Maybe he doesn't want to paint garbage cans, but he can paint this. And maybe this thing that he wants you or she wants you to paint is actually what you're really into. So maybe you're really into skateboarding. He's like, dude, he's painting garbage cans. Can he paint the ramps at my skate park? And I'm making all this up. But it's because you just took an opportunity, And there's opportunity all around us. And that's the whole red car theory, which that's an episode on the show. It might be episode 7 or 17, 27, 17 maybe. The red car theory. Not my theory, I didn't come up with it. But goddamn, dude, it's so powerful. And I don't want to explain it, so if you don't know what it is, go support my show and give me another listen. By the way, I don't make any pennies. I've never made $1 single from the show. Matter of fact, if this has been going for 14 months now or 15 months now, times that by like 25, that's how much I've invested into the podcast.
and I've made $0 back. And I probably won't be able to monetize this shit for a while. And just, yeah, so quick thing before I get back on what I was just talking about opportunities. When I can put ads on the show, I am. And the reason for that is if I can generate income from this thing to help me get to a certain spot in life, or to help me build more shit, or to provide a better service for my clients, or to whatever, at the expense of maybe 30 seconds of your time, I think I'm interested in doing that. Because I've said it on the show numerous times, especially in the early shows of the double-digit shows, 1 through 99. I guess that'd be 10 through 99 technically. But for me to run ads and all this shit and get all this income from this, like, yeah, it'd be cool to pocket it and, you know, put it towards a Lambo or some shit. But I'm so much more interested in building something and making it great, as opposed to taking that and buying a watch or new shoes or something like that. Now, obviously, if I'm a business owner and I'm doing well, I just don't think that's received well by the public. So, of course, no matter what, people are gonna be like, oh, he's running ads because he wants more money. And I guess I know in my heart what I'm saying is true. And maybe I'll come to a decision when I actually reach that point, because I have to get 1,000 downloads consistently per month. And right now, I'm like, I don't know, 500. And I say that, dude, that's cool. That's cool. 500 a month average. So here's the thing, 500 a month average, cool. However, I also post a podcast 30 to 35 times a month. So it's not like I post an episode and I get 500 listens. I post an episode. I think average now we're sitting around 9 to 15, which is cool as shit. It's cool as shit. The average is almost above double digits. So that's really cool. Also, remember how I was talking about I do a shit ton of miles on my rug? I'm doing it right now. I'm walking around my rug. Think about me, 27-year-old grown man, got some white, tall, striped Adidas socks on, pants, a black shirt, walking around a rug in my furnitureless living room. I got a big ass window, I can see the mountain view, holding my phone, standing here, talking to myself about shit to no one, hoping that somebody might be inspired by this 20 years from today. Someone who's not even born yet. Matter of fact, to make it sound crazier, somebody who was born this morning, they might find this podcast in the future that might inspire them to start their first business. Who knows? That's really the people who I'm making the shit for, man. Documenting my entire journey so that other people can learn from my mistakes, from my wins, have some fun along the way, have it be entertainment, all that shit. I also had a thought, like, what if in the future, you know, like 40 years in the future, I'm like, okay, I have every single podcast ever recorded in my business career life, $1,000 a month to be subscribed. I'm kidding. Anyway, going back to the opportunity thing, I want to give credit to my mom in this one, because it was always like, just give it a shot. You never know. It's a good opportunity. It's a good thing to try or whatever. And maybe she didn't know exactly what I'm talking about either, but that encouragement is something that now that I'm older, now that I'm actually doing shit, I can understand. And the reason why I say that is because this whole shadow coaching thing, when the idea was presented to me, it wasn't like, I don't really want to work for anybody else. I want to focus on my stuff. I didn't have any ego. I didn't have any expectations. I didn't even know what was going on. I just said yes, yes, yes to every question that was asked. You want to look into shadow coaching? Yeah. Do you want me to try to find somebody who's into this? Yeah. Do you want to try to link up with this guy? Yeah, I do. Oh, that didn't work. You want me to try again? Yeah, get me with this person. All right, so did you, so I get on the phone with me, and, okay, man, so here's the thing, you want to do it? You're going to be doing this, blah, blah, blah. Do you want to do it? Yes. All right, man, cool. So, and then we have, another coach. Hey, so did you get set up with a shadow coach? And I'm like, yes, I did. I didn't even stop to consider or to think or to even think about saying no. Actually, that's a lie. There's a few times where I was like, damn, this is so much more work on my plate. And I was almost on the phone. I was like, nah. But I did, and thank goodness I did, because guess what? Now I'm getting paid to learn from somebody and having direct contact with somebody who's making $55,000 a month, dude. And I just got to say this to clarify, the money is cool. And I even asked him that question on the call. I was like, how has money changed your life, dude? And I can't remember what he said. He said he was kind of already into bougie shit, so he just continues to do that. He's a car guy, likes cars. I was like, dude, I just want a Lambo. It's cool. What's really cool, and this is small shit that I find so exciting, is, and you can hear it on the call yesterday, but he was like, hold on, look at this. And he's like, I want to get this car. And he holds up a toy, I wouldn't say a Hot Wheel car, but a toy G-Wagon. And you can hear it in the call yesterday. And I was like, dude, no way. So I reached on my shelf, grabbed my Lamborghini. I was like, this is what I'm working for, dude. Or whatever I said. And it's cool because him being in his position, he's got a little toy G-Wagon. And me being in my position, I've got a yellow Lamborghini. And that's just fucking cool, man. That's just cool little signs, little indicators that, you know, I'm headed in the right direction. It's kind of reassuring. It's cool. It's a really good feeling. So just small things like that. But, you know, going back to the opportunity thing, which is really what I'm trying to hammer home here. Had I not even explored the idea or considered anything about any of this, I wouldn't be in this position. So maybe I'd still be stressing out on my damn mind trying to get more clients. I wouldn't have more the knowledge that I do have now because I wasn't exposed to the certain people that I met, whatever. And yeah, man. So, I mean, the same thing with this entire program in general. I mean, it's an opportunity for me to get better. I just have to invest in myself. And rather than being like, well, I've failed 3 times in the past, what makes me believe that I can do it a 4th time? You know, that was a really hard thing to get over because I didn't build a stack of proof that I could. I built a stack of proof that I couldn't. But I just did some introspection, man. I just said, you know what? 3 times with 3 different mentors. These guys aren't the problem. It's me. Bummer. I gotta swallow that pill. And so I did. And as a result of swallowing my pride, swallowing my ego, and really downgrading, I guess, my arrogance, you know. Truth be told, I do feel like I'm somewhat arrogant, but I do believe that I am almost programmed to feel that way based on how society handles shit. If I go and I say, yeah, my goal is to work all day, I like to better myself, I like to hit the gym, I just got 225 on bench for 8 reps or 12 reps, did deadlift for 455 for 5 reps, and I made 10 grand today. I really love this. I'm seen as a prick. I'm seen as arrogant. I'm seen as a boastful piece of shit. I'm bragging. I'm cocky. And it's just not accepted. However, if I say, oh man, I read a paragraph in a book today. I cooked some dinner, really helped my kids with homework. I played basketball and I did the dishes. It's just like, oh man, that's great, man. That's awesome. What else did you do? Oh, I watched TV with my husband. Oh, great. It's just accepted and it's fine. I'm not saying anything of what I just said is bad. But when you start throwing in shit that other people haven't achieved or find difficult in achieving, or you share numbers or figures, or you share big goals, it's just not received the same. And so, am I arrogant, or am I just surrounded by people who don't have big goals, so therefore everything that I say comes off as holy shit? And I don't know, dude. It's just, that's a whole other thing, just some internal battles. Because I'm like, dude, I like a lot of people that I'm surrounded with, whether that be certain coworkers or family members or whatever. But it's like, dude, I want to, it's nothing personal. It's just, well, maybe it is. It's just, I don't want to hang out with you in my spare time. What are we going to do? Nothing that's going to make us get closer to my goals or your goals. Because I probably don't have any, you know? And that's just my real honest thought. So am I arrogant, or am I just surrounded by people who don't know what the fuck a big goal is? I don't know. Because I tell you what, dude, for me, this is so fucking powerful. For me to share what I just shared in the mastermind, only the people who aren't doing shit, who are failing, who are me 4 years ago, would be like, oh, what the fuck, who cares? But the people who are killing it, who are doing 50 grand months, who hit 500 on deadlift, who whatever, they're going to be cheering me on. They're going to be like, fuck yeah, dude, let's go, badass, hell yeah. What's the biggest lesson you learned? And it's just a difference in mindset. And I guess that leads me to feeling like I'm some kind of level of arrogant or whatever. And, you know, I try my best to just not, I don't know, dude. There's a lot of things that I want to do, but I know that I won't do. And what I mean is, for example, I would like to quit my job and not say a word and just peace out. And then people are going to be like, oh, what the hell? Where's Bryson? And then someone will be like, oh yeah, he quit. And they're going to say, oh, what the fuck? Where did he go? He find a better job? And then that person, whoever it might be, would be like, oh no, he's doing online coaching because now he makes triple what he makes here. And in my mind, that sounds like a fucking badass. In real life, I don't really know if anybody would give a shit. I don't know if I would even care enough to, I don't know. And same thing with my boss at FedEx. So you can go back and listen to 301B. That's when I quit my job live on the phone. I said, hey man, I quit. He said, oh, no worries, no issues. I said, all right, peace. He says, click. And very interesting. But in my head, I was like, dude, so I was really petty. I took screenshots of all the times that he would just one word answer me or send me some bullshit that wasn't helpful, or when he accused me of stealing truck keys or whatever. I went and screenshotted those text messages, and I was going to just no call, no show, be an asshole. So he's like, where are you at? And I would send a screenshot of his response that says, we believe in your abilities, you're a strong worker. And I would send that screenshot to him in response to his text that he sent to me. But the screenshot is the screenshot is of a message that he sent me in the past, being a fucking asshole, because the way he handled everything as far as managerial, is that the word? Managerial? I don't know. The way he handled shit was just horrible, and he made me feel like an asshole. Or not. He was an asshole, made me feel like, I was incompetent, made me all this stuff, right? And so I wanted to just be a fucking asshole and just send these messages and just be like, yeah, dude, I'm whatever. And guess what happened? I said, hey, dude, you making route right now? He says, yep. I said, all right, I guess this is dick, but I quit, bro. He says, no issues. I said, all right, bye. And that's what happened. So my thoughts didn't match reality. My thoughts didn't equate to any real life shit. It was just what had, boiled up that I wanted because I was angry. And maybe it was better that way, but who knows? So yeah, there's a lot of shit that, in my head is just not what's going to happen. But part of me does want, dude, I don't know if other people think this and they're just not willing to say it out loud, but I'm going to share it right here. And this might be proof that I feel like I'm an arrogant asshole. I don't know. But there's certain things that I want to prove to a certain point to other people. And I know this sounds so horrible and it's not good. It's not healthy to have these things, but I think a lot of people believe this and a lot of people have these thoughts. So fuck, I'll say it, dude. I got no shame. There's certain things that I want to prove to other people, more not to prove to them that I can do it, but to prove to them that they were wrong about whatever. So if somebody's thinking this or saying this at work or at the family meeting or the whatever, I want to, okay, here's a perfect example, and I'm not talking shit, I don't care if you listen, but my Uncle Eric, so I was taking an ice bath. No. We were talking crypto at my uncle's house, and he had gotten me into crypto a little bit, and he was showing me some of the coins, some of the investments, some of the things that you can do and make what to invest in, because we have a bull run coming, and this was about a year ago. So this is, let me think about this. A year ago. I'm trying to think of when this might be. I want to say it was before the new year, before 2024, and I want to say it was for somebody's birthday. So I guess that would have I think it was after the year, maybe. So maybe it was Pina Bob's birthday. I don't know. It doesn't matter. But we were over there and we were all talking, and he's like, so what's your crypto wallet look like? And I was like, dude, I actually sold a lot of stuff. I kind of withdrew the money. I'd rather just invest in myself and, trying to be a millionaire. So I don't know if that's the way to do it. I don't know what I said exactly, but it was something to the extent of, I'm trying to build a business. I'm trying to, focus on building my mental resilience up or whatever, or something like that. Dude, I don't even know how I said I want to be a millionaire. I gotta be successful. And he looked at me and he laughed, and I took it as him doubting me, like, how the fuck are you gonna do that? And I actually sent him a text afterwards saying, hey dude, I'm just really insecure about sharing these goals because a lot of people get them. So I appreciate you hearing me out. Because he was supportive, he was cool, but just the way he went about it, I didn't like. And what he said was, oh, what are you doing right now to do that? And the answer that I gave was, dude, I'm just trying to better myself and build myself into someone who's capable of handling what's required to build something massive. Because right now, I mean, these ice baths, I would consider this building a business because it's working on the tools. For example, think about it like this. Taking the ice baths and bettering myself and my self-discipline. By the way, I'm still walking around this rug, haven't stopped once. Bettering myself and the discipline and building the resilience. Think of it like me working on a sky crane or whatever they're called to hoist up the big steel pillars that build the big monstrous building. I'm just working on building the crane right now so that the crane can do all the heavy lifting. And that might be my best analogy to date, dude. Fuck. So that's what I'm doing. I'm building the crane so that the crane can do all the heavy lifting. Because right now I don't got no crane. So how the fuck am I gonna put a steel beam up and build a building? No way. But I don't think people think of that. I sure as shit didn't. For me to better myself and to work on myself by bettering my state of mind and all that stuff, that's what I needed to do. And I'm still needing to do that. But the first 3 attempts for me to be in a mastermind, they all failed because I didn't have a crane. I was just trying to lift the beam with my hands, you know? And you can't do that. You need a crane to lift that shit. Meaning you need a strong mind, you need a strong body, you need a strong will, you need a shit ton of discipline, shit ton of resilience, shit ton of fortitude. You need to have the grit to make it happen. You need to have the fortitude to make it happen. You need to have the self-belief, the self-discipline, just the confidence all around to do shit like this. And now I sound like Andy Frisella now. Isn't it interesting how we associate certain words that have been in the English language for thousands of years? Dare I say 1,000? I don't know. Hundreds of years. We now associate those bundles of letters with other human beings. Like if I say discipline, I think of Jocko, I think of Andy Frisella, I think of just anybody who's done shit great. I think of Kobe Bryant. They just discipline. When you say words in a bundle like fortitude, grit, mental resilience, that's Andy Frisella. It's just interesting. But anyway, when he said this, you know, I was like, dude, what the fuck do you mean? Like, fuck off, you know? And this is nothing against him. I love him. He's a great guy. But just different ideas, different views. I'm like, dude, I'm just trying to build myself into somebody who's capable of doing these things. And that's when I kind of felt shot down because I'm like, oh, dude, it's not shot down. I felt defeated because I'm like, I have so much ambition in my heart, in my head. And all you see right now is me getting in an ice bath thinking I'm going to be a millionaire by tomorrow. And I want to prove to those people that they are so fucking wrong in that assumption. And maybe that's not good. Maybe that's not healthy to hold on to. And honestly, it's probably going to be one of those things that I'm saying right now, and it's not going to happen. But I'd be lying if I said I didn't think about it. I'd be lying if I said I didn't want to be that guy that flips the bird, moonwalks the fuck out of my job, and says, peace out. I make $50,000 a month, pussies. You guys make that in a year, cocksuckers. Get better, pussy. You know, I'm joking, for fuck's sake. That's honestly some Modern Warfare 3 shit talking online. So if there's anybody who knows what that game is, because if somebody's listening in 20 years, I don't know what to tell you. It's one of the greatest video games ever created, alongside Minecraft and RuneScape. But that's neither here nor there, as the saying goes, as we discovered earlier. So yeah, I don't really have much else to say. So right now it's 3 o'clock. That's weird. I forgot that today was rest day for the gym. I was like, how the fuck is it 3? Like, it's 2:59 right now, so I don't know how anyway. I don't know what else I have to say. These podcasts are cool. They're almost like little mini vent sessions. I feel good about them after I'm done, and they're great. I feel good. So I don't even know what to title this show. I talked about so many different things, but yeah, leave it at that. Very excited for the future. I'm very excited to continue working hard. Let me see if I can quickly recap this for my own sake. Talked about working as a shadow coach and the benefits of that and how I'm getting paid to essentially learn and to be taught. So that's cool. We talked about my uncle, about what he said to me about a year ago and how it made me feel. We talked about me feeling like I'm an arrogant asshole because other people don't have big monstrous goals. So when I talk about my goals, it just puts theirs, I don't know, just even saying that makes you feel like an asshole. Maybe I got to work on how I express myself. Well, I need to do that anyway, but even more so, I don't know. Then we talked about Then we talked about never missing opportunity, never skipping that. Should have touched on that a little bit more. But you just, I'm gonna talk about it real quick. When you have opportunities that come your way, it's just, I guess hindsight's always 20/20, you know, you can only connect the dots backwards. It just makes sense to take advantage of every opportunity you can. It just makes sense to do stuff that you're not even sure, because you never know who you're going to meet. You never know who's going to run into you. You never know what's going to happen. You never know what opportunities come from that opportunity. You just never know. So just take advantage of all of them. So that might be one of the most profound lessons I've learned in this little journey of mine. I'm not going to say that I learned it in 2025, probably 2024. Well, I guess I technically did learn it this year because I just came to that realization moments ago. And I think that's very profound. So yeah, that's it. Also tomorrow, I believe, let me double check. Yeah, that's a quick recap right there. So tomorrow is a bed recap episode. Bryson Everyday Bed. It's a recap episode, so I'm going to try to go over all of the things that I've accomplished in the last 91 days. And this one's going to be a good one. I'm really excited for this one because 91 days ago, I wasn't in the mastermind. I didn't even have a program. Hadn't sold anybody. So it's pretty cool, man. I've done some things that I'm proud of in the last 91 days. And why is it 91? Because 91 times 4 is 364, as close to a year as I could possibly get with scheduling and Google Forms. Can't schedule it to be quarterly. Can't schedule it to be, I guess I could do it every 3 months, huh? Fuck. I'm dumb, dude. Whatever. So it's 91 days. I'll adjust it with time. Doesn't matter. Not worried. Anyway, that's it, guys. That's all I got for today. I know the audio quality wasn't there. I'm not having a mic. I'm using my phone. But again, I've said it from episode 1. The focus is never quality, never professionalism. It's just to talk and get some shit out there. So you can't be upset. I've said it since day 1. All right, that's the show. That was 4:46. Today's January 7th, 2025, 3:03 p.m. Bye-bye.